pretty upset. I'm pretty upset. Yeah, y'all should have left me in retirement because now I'm looking at film. You know, I'm looking at film. I got a stack of newspapers and shit. I'm doing some old Eddie Robinson. You know, looking at newspapers and film, and it makes me angry, man. Gee, you know why it makes me angry? Because we literally wasted Jayden Daniels. We wasted it. You got the best quarterback. Not long before the Heisman shit. Got the best quarterback at the shit that he was able to do. At that. Wasn't the best. Huh? And you don't have a defense? You don't have what you're known for? When you got the best of some shit that comes rarely? You know? That's the danger. See, picking a bad coach is like picking a bad wife or picking a bad husband. It's easy getting in that shit. It's a little bit more difficult because you got to let some time go to see just how bad the shit is, right? Because to get rid of them, it ain't going to seem justified if you seem almost like it's knee-jerk. But when this asshole walking around the house fighting and got everything stinking up, that's good reason to get rid of some fucking body. But hey, I digress. Matt, that house dude who was the defensive coordinator, we need to sue his ass. We need to file a class action lawsuit behind the shit that went on. To have an offense like this and just waste that shit, right? The boy had to, listen to me, he had to score 40 points to win. How bad was Matt House? We had to score 40 points to win. And then I got some idiot to come on my fucking channel talking about we had a good defense. Where the fuck was it? Where was it? Where was this good defense you speaking of? I see it did not. There was no evidence of that shit. And I'm showing Daniels right now because thank God we have Lane Kiffin. Thank God we have him. Lane would have won a national championship with this shit. See, before you go forward, you got to go backwards. You got to look at where shit got fucked up at, right? And where you could put your finger on a moment that LSU became depleted defensively. And that moment was Brian Kelly. He was the worst shit. He was Ebola to our asshole. That's what Brian Kelly was. And we paid for Ebola. We paid top money for that shit. Now we just bleeding. Every fucking where. Eyeballs, nose, ears, we're just bleeding. So now here comes Lane Kiffin. Lane got to stop the bleeding. But to stop the bleeding that we had, you got to go to fucking Home Depot. You got to get some plywood. Got to get about 1,500 bags of cement. Got to get a stud finder. You got to find the fucking, what a gas leaking inside the wall. This dude left us in a heap of burning fucking rubble. And then rode off in the sunset with our money. We wasted Jayden. We wasted him. Fucking got to put up 50 fucking points, losing the fucking Ole Miss. You know, damn near 100 points total scored. Texas A&M. All this kind of shit was going on. This boy had to run for his life. He had to beat this shit. You got to realize, people used to always say, man, LSU got some good receivers. There's some phenomenal. We always had to have good receivers. Because up in Taboro, fucking balls were going all over the place. This boy had to be what he was because he was in practice with him. He knew they couldn't stop a fucking pus bump. He knew that shit. He knew they couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed. He knew that. He knew what he had to do when he got to the game, and thank you, Daniels. Thank you, bro. So I'm only bringing up your shit to say this was worthy. This was an offense good enough for a national championship. And thank God we got somebody like Lane Kiffin who knows when you got a dog like this, man. You got to have a defensive line. Why in the fuck you think Ed Orgeron, when he won that national championship, we went and got a coach from a nursing home, put his ass in a wheelchair on the sideline to coach the defensive line because why? The national championship shit starts with a defensive line. Okay?